wanted to do. It's a very simple song. There are not many words to it. I did adjust the words a little bit just so it would be a little bit more fitting. But it is a very powerful song. It's very powerful. I know going through life, we often go through a lot of things that attach to us and they seem like chains. And as we keep going, they're just chains that we're just dragging along. It's just so hard to break. And it takes a lot to figure out what is going to break this chain. What is going to allow me to leave this ball and chain behind. And as we go through life, we get so many more. And it just slows us down until we figure it out, until something clicks. And this song is just so simple because I think a lot of times we don't realize that just saying a word or just feeling a feeling or just, we can just break the chain. We have the power to just break them. And, it's in you, you feel it. And you feel that release when you do it. Thanks. So when I heard this song, I thought it was so simple and so powerful. And like I said, I did adjust the words a little bit, but I wanted to share it with you. I'm sure many of you have heard it already, so please feel free to join in the power of the song.
Break I don't know about you, but if you didn't feel that power surging through you as she continued to escalate, to sing the praises that we're talking about. There is a power. I'm not on? There is a power.
Yeah.
I wish I could roll that back for you, but I can't. We started this month off talking about reflections. And we said that last week, we said that we've been on this journey for just this year. Specific journey, a specific journey for a specific purpose. For us to continue to deepen, for us to go deeper, for us to start understanding who we are in the mind of God. And I wanted you to look back over this past year, because this is December. I wanted you to take a look at January. Where were you in January? And then if you go to February, where were you in February? Some of us suffered losses of our loved ones. Some of us had some setbacks. We might not even remember what the month was, but we just imagine and feel and know the feeling that we have when we think about it. So it's that reflection that takes us to that past that lets us know what we were thinking then, because what we're experiencing now is what we were thinking then. What we were thinking then is what's happening now, because our yesterday's builds our today's and our futures. So it means that that which we have had in our minds, our thoughts, our hearts, are being outpictured today. So who has control of that which is coming through us? Who has control? We're the only ones who have control over our own thoughts, our own thinking, our own beliefs, because that's what we're talking about. Whatever it was we were believing in January, it set the tone for our soul to read, and then our picture for us, because the soul always says yes. That subconscious that holds every thought, every idea, every experience of our true feelings. Not those that we just say with our lips, but our true thoughts that are in our hearts, that are the belief of all of the things that are taking place. We outpicture. That's part of that law we've been talking about. There's an outpicturing. Or in other terms that we use, there's a manifestation that takes place. A demonstration that takes place. It becomes our physical presence. It becomes that which is our physical, material experience. Because you see, we create twice. Once in the mind, and then in the physical. It starts with what we're believing, what we're holding on to. So if it is not happening today, and if it's not happening to you, then when will it happen? And to whom? It's a Talmud that says, if it's not you, but then who? If it's not now, then when? We're the ones who are setting this plane in motion. We're the ones who have all the power. So reflection is always good to go coming back. Different definitions for the word reflection, but I'm using it in the terms of the mirror, going back, or contemplating, meditating on that which is important to us. And the past is important. However, the past is somewhat of, when you're looking back, a review creating that which is to come this very moment. We're wanting to create that which is going to be our tomorrows right now. By having that level of our own consciousness be at a certain vibration, a certain elevation that doesn't pull us down. Because when we get into this negative thinking, there's a contraction within us that keeps us more earthly bound than heavenly good. There's a contraction of our thoughts, our ideas, a contraction of our dreams. It's not that it's ever going forward, ever growth. It's that, throw this at you. It's that we become satisfied. Yeah. And we used to think being satisfied is exactly where we want to be. But when we really know the law, we know that the law is not satisfied. In that it does not support stagnation. It does not in any way want you to be satisfied. Because that law is ever changing. That law is always ready for the growth and the experience, the forward movement. And we say, well, yeah, I'm satisfied. Yes, I finally reached my goal. Well, if there's nothing more for you, then maybe it's time to go. Then maybe you feel you've completed. And so the universe will support you in that completion. That's if you feel as though there's nothing else for me to do. Because I've reached it. I've gone as high as I can. The other thing about that is that means you're limiting God. You're limiting the infinite possibilities. Not that God is saying, okay, you're limiting. No. God just lays it out there for you. The infinite possibilities are there for you. Deborah read the message about the boiler. And sometimes, first of all, when we're reflecting and we see things that happen, and we say, why didn't they happen? Because I really thought I was coming from my heart space. I was coming from that deep place. I was really believing what I was saying. I had faith. And what the reading is saying is that faith is just the container of the power. The boiler is the faith. It just contains the substance. The substance is the power. Now, we all have faith. We have these great ideas. We think that they're wonderful. We think that we can use them to better ourselves. And so we have faith in them. That's holding the idea substance. But what it's really holding is the power for it to do what it has to do. But unless you ignite, we've got the boiler here. Oh, let's look at the building. That's good. The building's been having its problems, its hiccups, its whatever, and it's got a boiler. And in some of the rooms of this building, we haven't been feeling heat. Now today, we'll feel heat all day. But on those other days, we hadn't been feeling heat. We said, what about the boiler? Well, the boiler was having some problems, but they kind of fixed the boiler. But why aren't we getting the heat? Well, they said that there's something with some of the mechanisms. And the mechanism happened to be a pump. The pump was broken. then thought you were getting the fuel or igniting that boiler in a certain way, there was no connection. Because there was nothing to activate that boiler. There was no fuel. Are you with me now? The fuel. The fuel we call praise. There is faith. Then there's the praise. The praise is action. Every faith without works is the action. It's dead. You need to have your part in this activity of spirit. It can't do it. It could if it was a micromanager. But the Spirit of God isn't a micromanager at all. He says, I have already laid this before you. So the reflections that you're getting of no activity are reflections because you didn't do something. But we're so quick to, at this point, the 11th month of the year, the 12th month of the year, to blame God. God didn't want me to have it. God said, it's not time yet. God said, change your thought a little bit. God gets blamed for everything, doesn't it? When it gave us the tools, it gave us the book, it gave us the infinite possibilities. It didn't say you have to choose whatever one you want. It's there. Because it said it's all good. I am the all good. All that comes from me is the all good. So everything that is in infinite possibilities is all good. It's only our perception that makes it not so good. It's only the way we perceive things that makes it not so good. And that's the human perception. The human perceiving makes it not so good. So when the all good has already been given to us, then all we have to select from and pick and choose from is the all good of the infinite possibilities. So we're with our boiler now. And our boiler, holding the idea, needs the fuel. And so we start praising that fuel. We start praising that activity of spirit, not the fuel. We are the fuel. The praise we give is the fuel. The thank you, Father. The thank you, Father, for I know you have heard me. Who said that? The master teacher, Jesus the Christ. I know you hear me always. Before feeding the multitude, he gave thanks. He didn't wait until the multitude was filled to say amen. He preceded it with praise because what? The faith let him realize it's done. He didn't just say it with his lips, he said it with his heart. When he healed the lepers, and he said, go show the priests. There were 10 of them. Healed them. Go show the priest. Of the 10, one came back, thanking him for the healing. Jesus Christ said, but I thought there were 10 of you. But only one gave praise. Only one was permanently healed. See, it doesn't take much to get us off track. So I can just imagine what the priest said when they saw the lepers coming. Oh, maybe that was just a little scab. But you've got leprosy. And nothing's going to change that. And so individually, these 9 clustered and said, well, maybe, well, it doesn't mine look like yours? Well, so we started debating and discussing, and then all of a sudden, the miracle, which is just an understanding at a higher level, it was gone. And only one sang praise. Not just once, but consistently sang praise. As your great ideas being really fired up in that boiler with your faith, because you see the faith and the praise go hand in hand. So as this keeps firing up your idea, don't stop praising. Praise all the day long for that. Praise for your body that's able to do that. Praise for the job that's showing you what you want to do. Instead of condemning that job. Instead of saying, this is not giving me what I want. Praise the job you're in. Until that which you desire and your heart has been on fire for comes walking into manifestation. Vicky's Barcelona trip. I've been hearing about that for a long time and I might go with it. Praise it, praise it, praise it. And if the numbers don't seem right, negotiate. Praise as you negotiate. Do you get it the way you want it to be? You'll see glimmers along the way. It doesn't have to happen all of a sudden. And you gotta remember, you gotta remember that it took us a long time to get here. So we don't expect to be a millionaire tomorrow. You hear what I'm saying? Be patient. Because there's still some stuff you might have to just let go of and unpack and get rid of. Keep the dream. Keep the dream. Don't buy as many lottery tickets until you feel it's close. Because you see, the supply is always equal to the demand. But unless you're ready to get the demand fulfilled, the supplies have nothing to equal. Supply is always equal to or more than the demand. The supplies are always there. But you've got to be part of that. So we are back to the boiler. We're back to the creative idea. We're back to you adding the fuel of praise. And those two bring about the manifestation. Those two bring about the demonstration that you've been requesting. Those two. Do not let yourself become too weary while on the journey. For sometimes the journey looks long. But it's as instant as you are. It's as instant as you are. God gets delight in seeing us pleased. Gets delight in seeing our dreams fulfilled. And I'm giving God that human aspect. It's just that it knows that no one is lost. I repeat that. It knows that no one is lost. For there's no way of being lost. The all-good created us. And the all-good is all good. So how can something be lost when you are of the all-good? It doesn't make sense. You might feel you've lost your way, but the way is always recoverable. It just takes us to stop, go within, We say go within like it's just something so easy. So go within. Allow yourself to go into another realm. We speak of realm going, but realms are just all around us. As I did my reflection for this month, I was led back to one of my spiritual practices. And I encourage those of you who have spiritual practices like this one, I encourage you to go back and look at them. And I'm talking about journaling. I sat down one day and I have 27 journals. Now I wish I could say all 27 are filled. Don't feel guilty, it's not filled. Because it's like the moment of the hour. And then, oh, well, I think I'll use this one today. So you can't, if I can find it by years, that would be great, but no. But clear back in 1974, I received a book this thick of empty pages. And my dear friend from Omaha, she said, this is for you to write in, to reflect, to do whatever you want. It's all yours. Beautiful orange cover, orange bound. And I remember some of my first entries. But that's a journal. It's for you. Your aha moments, all of these. It's good to write some of them down because you see, we can't remember January. So it's good to have something to capture some of that emotion that you had at that time, that created what's happening now. So this month, I selected randomly a journal. And I happened to then randomly. Divination is called when you just allow. Open the Bible, open any of the holy books, and put your finger on whatever page and read it. You see, the universe is conspiring to give us all that we need all the time. So if we're feeling down, depressed, sad, all of a sudden you do that, and here's a passage that touches your heart. It's just that, everything with every wave, with every frequency, everybody's tuned into you. The celestial field, the angelic field, your archangels or your guardian angels, if you believe in angels, whatever, they're there for you. You're the important one. So I picked up my book. And it landed on this wonderful space of time when I was doing a certain exercise. And it seems like they're always for deepening, but this was an interesting exercise in that it was reminding me that our whole being, this vibratory frequency we have, is also coming from the core of my being and supporting me. I mean, my whole body is doing that. It's supporting me, so I can't condemn it. I've got to love it. I've got to praise it. That's another story. So here we are, with all of this taking place, and I ran my hand down as I was reading this exercise, and it said, choose a body part. And this is to be intuitive, so that there's something within you that's familiar with your body, that has this vibration, that lets it come to your conscious mind for you to be a part of the exercise. It happens that fast, so not as fast as I had to say it. What came to mind was my left hand. Left hand, okay. So you write that down, left hand. And then, of course, always go deeper. What about this left hand? Sit in the silence. What came up was handprints. Handprints. Good. I don't see the correlation. So I ask another question. Let me go deeper. And I still start to weep when I think of it. Because what came out was God's handprint is on my soul. That which I entered the exercise in is that I wanted to be more aware. I wanted to be in balance. And I wanted to not waver. And I wanted guidance, but all. God's handprint is on my soul. That filled me with, yes, God knows who I am, for it created me. And it placed its hand on my soul, which is my area of remembrance, where the law has its frequency. That part of itself that is always guiding me. Not making decisions for me, but it's always there. And I began to give praise. Praise in knowing. Praise in knowing that principle or the law is not bound by chorus. Principle is not bound by precedent. Anything that's happened in the past is in the past. The law doesn't have to lean on the past to bring you that which you're requiring now. That which has happened is in the past. We're ready for the new beginnings now. We're ready to take that step that's going to be that pathway that leads us to the direction of our dreams. Leads us in the satisfaction of who we are. That brings us the joy that we've been saying we require. God doesn't lean on the past. God is a right now God. It is only in the now moment that you can express it and feel it. It's in the now moment. This is one reason we have a burning bowl every year. This is a tradition we started some time ago. And if those of you who are around, if you want to join in, we encourage you to join in and just be a part. It's a sacred service. Our next 2 Sundays are sacred services. One is the candlelight service that's put on by the students, practitioner students, Zuma.
And Layla.
No, I was looking for, I thought I saw her. Zuma and Layla. And they're doing a wonderful, unique program for you. And the other is the burning bowl. That's where we get to praise in the silence. But at that part of the praising, we're releasing the old. We're releasing that which no longer supports us. And we're doing it in a dramatic way, a symbolic way of letting go. And then we allow you then to start creating anew, setting your intention, a resolution, but your intention with your heart of what do you want to have happen. And giving praise silently for it to happen. praising all day long. So we invite you to come to those 2 services so that we can continue the whole process of reflection. Because you see, I can reflect on this last moment I had. As long as I'm knowing that I've created this moment with grace, with joy, knowing that I am always supported by the divine, because that presence, that power, simply loves me. It simply adores me. It finds nothing to make it not love me, because it is love, and that's all it is. So it can do nothing contrary to itself. We were created in love, not created in sin. We are love. We are love. Let us go into prayer now. So we're allowing ourselves to go to that space, that place where we know there's only that one power, that one presence, that divine presence that resides within each one of us. That divine, loving presence that can be nothing more than the love that it is. The love is that cement that holds us all together. We sing praises to it. And Venus's prayer so wonderfully identified this praise that we're giving to God, this awareness that we know of God, this recognition. All praise goes to God. For it created us divinely and left no parts missing. It created us purposely, perfectly. Every body part articulates with the other in complete harmony and joy. Every organ is satisfied and working in harmony. Every breath I take is already done. I need not worry. This physical being takes care of itself. Being, not doing. First it has to be. Be in the comfort of the living, loving God. Be aware of the presence, that there's a power for good and we can use it. Just being. Humans being. And then we get to the human doing. But the being comes first, the awareness comes first. And then our role in that is required. For ascension beings, we are to be here, fully present, making this world a better place in which to live. Our service, giving our service, giving the love that we are to others who might not feel the love. You're so grateful. We're so grateful for the opportunity to express. For the expression is a greater expression of God. For when we have outgrown the space we're in, we will then have greater ideas and move on to the next greater idea. For the space can no longer contain this expansion. And we allow ourselves to continue to grow, to not be satisfied, but ever open to the infinite possibilities that are before us. For the guidance is there, the willingness is there, picturing that which is showing up in our life experience. For it's just on the continuum of the all good. And as we continue praising that which was felt to be less than or no good, becomes more good and more good and more good, because it's on the good continuum. Even that which was thought to be not good allowed us to learn how to use this law, giving praise to that which we require, we desire, and fill in our heart space. We're grateful. We just give thanks. For we know that there is a law. There is that soul, which is a space of all remembrance. And God has placed its hands on all of our souls. So when we reflect, we don't reflect to a time, we reflect to who we are. That's the reflection back to the beginning. Who we truly are. Our authentic self. We're grateful. We give thanks. We allow ourselves to pick and choose from the infinite possibilities. We know that they are good and very good. We allow the law to work upon them and bring them into manifestation. For as we are yet speaking, it is being done. And we wait in joyous expectancy for the outcome. We are grateful, we give thanks, and we say in unison.
And so it is.